This team looks different since the last time you were out there on the floor. First, just your reaction to the deal and what the energy is like as you try to put everything together as a group.
Very excited, just to have James here. Obviously, letting go of some of the pieces that have been here in the Nets organization for a while, even before I got here. It's going to be hard regardless. It's just the nature of the business. We're all brothers still, so we're just moving on into the next phase of just developing as a team and just building some camaraderie and having fun.
Can you shed some light on what the last couple of weeks have been like for you and the time you needed off?
There's a lot of family and personal stuff going on, so just want to leave it at that.
Otis Livingston, CBS New York.
Hey, Kyrie, welcome back. As you look at the makeup of the team and how successful they have been, how do you see yourself fitting back in? Because you had obviously a huge role before, now coupled with James Harden in the mix.
Like I said, it's just really exciting, just to be able to play with great players that have, just been here in the league for a while, have been through ups and downs, the peaks and valleys. So, James is aligned with us in terms of just experience, and adding that to our locker room is going to be great for us.
Malika Andrews, ESPN.
Hi, Kyrie. I'm wondering if you were aware that you had violated the health and safety protocols and what that process was like for you in coming back and going through that investigation, one, and then secondly, what your communication was like with the team while you were away.
Happy to be back. Happy to be around these guys, address the team, address everybody that need to be addressed. Now it's time to move on.
Bruce Beck.
On the health and safety front?
I'm sorry, Malika, go ahead.
I just was circling back on the health and safety front.
Happy to be back. Thank you.
Bruce Beck, NBC New York.
Kyrie, how supportive have your teammates and the organization been during this time?
It's been great. It's been enough support for me to, feel like they have my back. And, that's all I can ask for, the support, not only me, but my family. I'm a hometown kid, so, things hit a little different when, family or personal stuff going on, and that's up to me to handle that as a man. But yeah, I just take full accountability for my absence with the guys, and, just had a conversation with each one of them, and we move on.
Christian Winfield, New York Daily News.
Hey, Kyrie, just wanted to ask, on a mental, maybe spiritual, emotional, even physical front, is everything okay with you?
Greg Logan, Newsday.
Kyrie, there was a report yesterday that you had purchased a house for George Floyd's family, which would be obviously a magnificent gesture. Can you confirm that and discuss what went into your thinking on that?
It was a team effort. Just want to continue to fulfill our purpose in serving a lot of the underserved communities. Those don't necessarily get, the same attention from just others around. So just trying to do my part. Selfless service, that's all.
Alex Schiffer, The Athletic.
Hey, Kyrie, welcome back. While you were away, were you able to regularly work out? And if so, did you have access to a gym, or was it home workouts? Just what was your conditioning like while you were away?
No, it's just at home, man. Just working out.
Brian Mahoney, Associated Press.
Hey, Kyrie, a lot of stuff has obviously happened in the world the last couple of years. Has anything that's gone on made you change your commitment to basketball at all, minimize the importance of it?
It's just a separation between what's going on here, when I'm playing professionally, and what's going on out in the world. And if you don't create that distinction, then it's easy to feel the weight of the world while you're going out there and playing. So, I would be lying sitting here and saying I don't feel what's going on in the world, and nor am I paying attention to it. I just have a huge responsibility, I feel, to continue to serve my community and the underserved. And, when I'm out here playing, it's continuing to leave knowledge with these guys and commit to something, like I always say, bigger than ourselves. This this team environment here, or just in basketball in general, it takes sacrifice and compromise. And we got to come to an agreement and just staying balanced throughout this long journey. So that's all I'm trying to do.
Ian Begley, SNY.
Hey, Kyrie, I know that, you said that why you were out was a personal matter and you're just leaving it at that. But I'm just curious, like, for the net fan out there who, was living and dying with you guys and wasn't sure why you were not playing and was frustrated by that, would you have any explanation to that fan?
Well, the beautiful thing about that is that I started off as a fanatic and I started off as a fan. I've been invested in this organization since I was a kid, and also now that I'm in this role as a player, there is quite a difference. And, the fans out there, want to apologize to them as well. My commitment has always been to bringing something special to Brooklyn. It wasn't just a championship. It was unity, it was equality, it was just bigger things than just the game itself. It took quite a while and quite a few valleys to get back home initially, so for me, I'm just taking every day, just being grateful, but for the casual or the fanatic, it's part of our culture. And, I'm back. I'm happy to be back. And we got some great pieces and we just move on. And I let my actions and my game speak for itself like I planned on doing, just needed a pause.
Barbara Barker, Newsday. All right, we'll move on back to Greg Logan with Newsday.
Kyrie, two things. We know that politically and socially, the country has been fractured the last 4 years. What do you hope happens after this inauguration tomorrow? And also, secondly, do you feel like you can still find your joy playing basketball?
Thing that is, pretty interesting in watching when you take a break from everything. There's just so many assumptions about what's going on. And so many people feel like they know me best. They have no idea who I am, nor what I'm about, or what I stand for, or even attempt to take the time, or even for me to invite them to take the time. So it's a two-way street. And when things become overwhelming in life, you just got to take a step back and realize what's important. And I love to play. That's never been questioned. I've committed myself, when this wasn't even a thing for me. I didn't really care about media, didn't really care about the fandom. All I cared about was just the ethics of the game and being taught the fundamentals. And now that it's become bigger and there's more of a responsibility that I have in this position I'm in, I'm grateful because I'm able to stand on this platform with others alongside of me that have sacrificed and are going through similar things. So I'm not alone in this. And, that's just a big thing about also mental health, just coming in and being balanced with yourself first and then being able to perform. So, with everything going on in the world, politically, socially, like I said, it's hard to ignore. I want to make changes daily. There are so many oppressed communities, so many things going on that are bigger than just a ball going in the rim. So for me, I just, like I said, it's just a balance of it. Of knowing I can delegate my responsibilities off the court to people that I'm surrounded around that are for the fight and are fighting behind the scenes and in front in the lines. And, like I said, I'm not the only one that's fighting. So I'm grateful to unify with others. And that's all I've tried to do. And on the court, the same way, just play with a smile, leave something that I've felt very dear to my heart with this game. And then, whatever my legacy is after that as a person, that's all I really care about.
Vince Goodwill, Yahoo Sports.
Hey, Kyrie, you've long mentioned how you are a symbol for something greater besides being a basketball player. What message do you want people to take from your absence and now showing back up, not necessarily your fans of the Brooklyn Nets, but people who view you as something greater?
Well, as you can see, there's a deeper level of emotions that I have for helping and serving people around the world. And I've done it since I was a kid. I'll continue on way after basketball. And basketball has given enough, might I say, perspective and attention on some of the things I've been into. And now that my life has changed, you know, with that change comes accepting that there are older versions of me that I didn't necessarily like, or things that I would like to do different, or conversations I would like to have with different people to address, you know, man-to-man talk or man-to-woman talk, or just honest talk. And we all deserve that. And, you know, there's nothing normal about this life that I live. You know, it's just something I've come to accept and embrace as, let me use this as a tool to be able to change things that I want to see in the world. And I have to be honest with myself about how much energy I give that and how many others I'm actually impacting. So when I remove myself from something, you can definitely feel the weight, and the absence definitely means something. And I'm aware of that. And like I said, I take full accountability. And to those who are leading with me and also following alongside, walking alongside me, we're going to get through this. And this world is a wacky place at times, but as long as we persevere together, and as long as we continue to just tell each other the truth about how we feel about each other, you know, that's a big thing. I just want honesty. And in order to be honest, I got to be honest myself. And that's the first thing. So I know I can talk in circles and I know all these words get used, but I'm just being honest here. It's been a lot to balance. And now I called for help. And now I have just so many mentors and so many people reaching out and, you know, just taking things off my plate that were never mine in the first place. And they are better suited for that position. So I'll play my role on this big team of changing the world, and others will do the same.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.